Hello everyone. We'll give them another 4 minutes just to join. Ishmael's having a bit of trouble with his computer. It might be the internet in this building. So he'll be on in 20 minutes, hopefully.
Kian.
Shalom.
Hi, Shalom. Can we do a little bit of objection handling? I know it's not the main focus, but can we do a little bit of it?
Well done. You fucking guessed what we were going to do. No, sit in silence.
Alexander, what are you eating?
How do you know? It's
Please,
like
Master. We're here to work, not be retarded with each other. Fun is banned. No fun, learning, money.
My bad.
Oh, here he is. Where the fuck did he go? Give him another 2 minutes.
Guys, I'm just having issues with my computer, so I'm joined on my phone. So Kian's just going to take a lead on this.
Oh, we're giving them another minute to arrive, whoever's not here.
Whoever doesn't have questions ready, please put on the group that you don't have your questions ready.
Question, Kian.
Mm-hmm.
If you see they're already running ads and they tell you, listen, I'm already with another agency, I'm already running ads, what do you say in that situation? Like, because I thought about telling them, okay, let me just meet up, talk, and
You just say, are you married to them? Do you think that what they're doing is absolutely perfect and nothing can be done better?
Also, offer to do an audit review. But like, look, let me review them. If they're better than me, I'll tell you. If they're as good as me, I'll tell you. And if they're shit, I'll let you know why, and then you can decide what you want to do.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought about telling them, yeah, let me just meet up and let you know so you can keep them on check, maybe something like that.
But what do you mean meet up?
Like have an appointment, set up an appointment, and worst case scenario, you can keep them in check so they're doing their right job.
But offer them an audit. Once the audit's happening, let me know. I'll hop on and say what they're fucking up on.
Okay.
Great. So no one else will be joining. Anyone want to volunteer? Apart from our Jewish friend here, anyone else want to volunteer? You can go second.
Yeah.
Craig, we can't hear you again. Your headphones are, yeah. So many fucking people. Right. Okay. George. Jorge.
Okay. Okay. Start now?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, so first of all, there's a reason you decided to meet up with me. Why was this reason?
Ask it with more confidence.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a reason you decided to meet up with me. Could you tell me why?
Yeah, I was just interested to see what you do.
Okay. So first of all, I'd like to know how do you handle your customer inquiries right
You
now?
fucked up. You fucked up. That was shit. Fuck up from the beginning. Okay, someone else, please say how he fucked up.
You just need to be a bit more confident. That's
No,
and
no.
you don't dig into that much detail. You need to
No,
they answer and you dig into what they answer.
no.
Push
Is this-
again on the question
Why?
Is this
because
Okay,
they haven't told
I know.
you the reason
So-
why.
There we go. Craig, please explain to Jorge where he fucked up.
Basically, when you asked that first question, they gave you a palm off, and then you need to kind of push just to even see where the direction of the call could go. So you need to understand the problem.
I gave a non-answer.
Mhm.
I didn't answer your question, and you accepted that. You asked me
Okay,
why I'm on a call. I did not give you the answer you wanted.
Okay.
Next person, please. Logan.
Are you just want me to start?
If you've got questions prepared,
Yep.
please go ahead.
Hey, how are you doing today?
Good.
Yeah, have you had a pretty busy day today, or has it been pretty easy on you?
Shit. You don't give a fuck. Why are you asking?
All right. Reason I'm calling you is I've been interested. I didn't really notice a Facebook pixel on your website, so I was calling to see if you were interested in running any ads or any interest in working with an agency.
This is terrible cold calling, but we're talking about sales.
All right.
Right. We'll fix your cold calling, but that is dog shit. You'll learn. Mr. Jew.
all right, Kian? I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm here to make money. So I'm gonna ask you a couple questions to see if you're a good fit for my business. And if I decide that you are a good fit, I'm gonna run you through the presentation and show you the program. Sounds good?
Sure.
What motivated you to hop on this call with me today?
I just want to see what you do.
But what part of it do you want to see?
You said you just generate leads.
I generate leads, but what about the leads that I generate do you particularly want to see?
How you do it.
How I do it.
Yep.
But what kind of leads do you want to see from my side?
Well, you said that qualified leads. Just show. Can you just show me your program and how you do it? That's all I'm here for.
Show you the program, but what do you mean by qualified leads? What's a qualified lead for you?
Someone who has, knows what the area is like, knows what their budget's going to be, has a decent criteria, knows why they want to move, and is not in an absurd time frame.
In a certain time frame. So in the last 6 months, to how many of these qualified leads have you talked so far?
A lot. I don't know.
Well, if you just were to give me a rough estimate.
No clue. I talk to a lot of leads.
Okay, so from the leads you talked to, how many deals were closed in the last 6 months?
20.
20. And how many in the last 12 months?
Right around, I want to say 30, 35.
30, 35. Okay. Now tell me, this year, 2023, you closed 20 deals. But what is your goal for the next 12 months?
You know, like to get to 40.
40 in 12 months. Okay.
Mhm.
And how in particular do you want to achieve this goal?
I'm on track to do it.
Repeat it, please.
I'm on track to do that, so I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing.
And what outreach methods do you currently do to get these buyers and sellers? Or do you mainly work with buyers or with sellers?
Both.
Both. So if I were to send you appointments, you would prefer a 50-50 split?
I mean, it's never 50-50, is it?
Well, it is not, but if you prefer, so we can get very close to it. But normally we do 70% sellers.
Just tell me what you have, as long as it's not, they're qualified.
Well, I'll show you. I'll run you through the program in a second. But first of all, what I need to know from your side is what exactly were you doing to get to talk to more of these qualified people?
Or what are you asking me?
What methods of outreach were you doing?
I just worked my sphere of influence, and I work with some companies. I don't know what they do, and then my brokerage gives me some. I have Zillow as well. I do some cold calling. I do a lot of stuff. But I'm just want to see your program.
You want to see my program, but what is the split if you were to split it up? Is it 80% sphere of influence, or is it?
I just named like 5 or 6 things I do. I don't know what the split is between all of them.
What is the major, if you could pick one, the major way of traffic that you drive to your business? What is it?
I get a lot from my sphere of influence, and I also get a lot from my brokerage and some from Zillow and other services.
But do you have control over your sphere of influence?
No, but that's why I employ other methods.
But you just said that, I'm just a bit confused. You said the main method of getting new clients in is
Yeah,
just sphere of influence.
I've been around for 20 years, so I have quite a reputation. A lot of people come to me, but I understand it's not predictable, so I've employed different methods.
Okay, so the other methods that you use, you earlier said you worked with some agencies before. So how did that go so far?
Good.
So I don't really understand what you mean, because there must be a reason you're talking to me today, right?
Yeah, you said you can bring more leads.
Yes. So it has been working good with the other agencies. So why don't you double down on these agencies, but instead you came to me to talk to?
I'm just interested how you do it. Everyone has a different way of doing it.
Well, everyone has a different way of doing this, yes. But for the other agencies you've been working with, what methods have they employed to get you more leads?
I can't say because I don't really know the particulars of a lot of it. They do a lot of back end stuff. But Google ads, Facebook ads, pay-per-click. One of them set up a website for me, and they do decently well.
They do decently well, okay. So from my side, what in particular, apart, because obviously you're working with all these agencies and you said you're quite happy with it. So what in particular is this one point that these agencies, or this one box that these agencies don't check, that you would like to be checked?
I could always have more leads.
You can always have more leads, but what area of leads, or what certain type of leads are you talking about here?
Well, if you can get them to me that, ready to buy, pre-approved, cash, 1 million plus, that would be great.
Oh, yes. So what I didn't quite catch yet. So you're from Toronto, correct?
Yeah, I'm from Oakville.
Okay. So the average listing price there is 1.1 to 1.2 million. So are you more to the left or to the right, with your closing?
It's higher in Oakville.
Okay. So what would you say is an average?
1.5.
1.5. Okay. So you get 2.5%. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Your broker split is 80-20, or what do you do?
I get 100%.
You get 100%. Perfect. Okay. So on $1 million, on $1 million deal, you get 25,000 to take home, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. So let me just get this straight. You currently get a lot of traffic from your personal sphere of influence.
Mhm.
And you've worked with some other agencies so far. It has worked decently well, but you're looking to expand and to get even more leads. Is this correct?
Yep.
Now, let me ask you this. If I were to book 10 appointments, 10 in-person meetings for you per week, would you be able to handle this?
You're not gonna get 10 fucking weeks, 10 fucking appointments a week, you pillock.
No, a month. I said.
Right. Yeah, obviously.
Okay, you would be handle with this extra,
Yep.
effort. Perfect.
Yep.
So let me run you through the presentation.
You handled it well, but nothing was fucking achieved. You were unable to pull any pain points whatsoever. What you should have asked is, there's other agents who are achieving 40 without all this extra assistance. Why do you need so much extra assistance? What is your process?
So what were the other agents able to achieve, or what?
Other agents are able to do the numbers you are doing without so many partners. Why haven't you been able to do all these numbers by yourself?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so other agents achieve these numbers without any partners.
Yeah.
Okay, why weren't you able to achieve it yourself? Okay.
Yeah. Because you handled what I said, like, okay, but you didn't actually do anything. You didn't learn anything.
Wait,
you didn't
so
handle me as a realtor.
okay, so Ishmael, can you just repeat what you would have asked? I don't get the point of you asking that question. Could you repeat that?
The only thing that I saw as a stressor from what Keen was saying is that he's got multiple partners and multiple avenues. Why is he not able to do and achieve the results he has by himself? Why does he keep connecting with partners? What is he not doing that he could be doing in order to push forward by himself rather than just connecting with other people to do all the work for him?
Okay, so you're basically asking, why do you need so much help from other people? Why not by yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
But isn't this like insufficient? Because this is one point. You probably would have said, you always need some help. But how do you like dig deeper and get even more?
No. What is stopping you from hitting the numbers by yourself? What is the blocking your process, or the thing that you dislike that is resulting in you not getting these deals yourself? Because other agents are able to do it. I'm just curious, why aren't you doing it yourself? Why do you have so many partners?
Mm-hmm. Okay, what is stopping you from hitting the numbers for yourself? Okay, and apart from this, obviously other agents are able to do this, but then anything else apart from this, or?
Another thing you should have said is, look here, I need to understand your numbers, right? I need to understand where your business is coming from so I can get an understanding of who I'm partnering up with. Look at me like your doctor. I need to see what's wrong to see what can be fixed. But if everything's fixed, look at me at your accountant. I need to look at the balance sheet to understand how I can improve it.
Mm-hmm. And then just extract the numbers. So, but I essentially asked for numbers because I was, okay, average listing price, how many deals, what's your goal?
When they say, I don't know, tell them, oh, no worries, take a moment. I'm happy for you to check.
What do you mean? So if you say like, I actually talked to this woman and she was like, oh, I have it in my folders back there. How many deals I closed? Should I say, check your folders?
Yes.
Yeah, just say, I'm in no rush.
Okay. She's like, oh, I really want to see what you do, but like, let's not waste time on this. You know?
Tell her it's in your folders, and you'll get it out of your folders just after she gets out of her folders.
What?
So she had said, it's in my folders. Just show me what you've got. You take the piss, and then you say, oh, it's in my folders as well. Let's go through your folders so we can understand if it's good for my folder.
Okay. Let's go through your folders to see if it's good for my folders. Okay. Just always get the numbers out, even if they don't want to provide them with the numbers. Just get.
Yes, because if not, you don't know what the fuck you're working with.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you start getting them? So you would be asking them how many deals they closed and how much money they took home. Is that what you would be asking?
And why they're not further along in their journey? Why aren't they the number one agent in that area in the world? What's wrong?
Okay, and then you would ask their goal right after.
Yep.
Okay.
Next person, please. Who put their hand up?
I did.
Who is it? I did. Oh, Kenny.
Kenny.
Kenny, go ahead. Please fucking improve on your disastrous performance today.
Okay. All right. So, Kian, what motivated you to join this call with me today?
You sounded convincing.
Oh.
No,
Oh, you're playing.
didn't you? Yeah, you fucked up.
Okay. No. I thought you were saying I sounded like. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Real. Okay. So I sounded convincing. Okay. What about me that sounded so convincing?
I like the way you're saying it. I like Koreans.
Oh, okay. I don't know what to say to that.
You fucking ignore it and ask, what about the product? Why are you
Okay.
asking? What
Okay.
do you like about me being convincing? Do you want your fucking dick sucked? Or do you want to make money?
I want to make money.
Yeah, well, don't ask stupid questions.
Okay.
All right, next person, please. I'm gonna have to fucking pick someone. Right. Ladies fifth. If you have questions.
Yeah, can Ishmael be the
Yeah. Give me 5 minutes, but I'll be back on properly in 5 minutes, and then we'll go. Because Arthur is going to be very specific.
Oh,
I
okay.
need to play the role of a woman.
Oh. I'll leave you to it. Right. Who else? Who else has questions, or there's no one? No one's prepared. Eagle, you never speak. Craig will go. It'll be Eagle then Craig, because I just saw you try to speak.
Sound.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes. Go on.
If you're ready, we'll just jump right in. Okay, so I'll start off by asking you some questions about your business to make sure you'll be a good fit. And if it sounds like there's money to be made, I'll explain our program. And by the end, you can decide if you want to be part of it or not. So why did you take time to hop on the call?
Interested in what you do.
What exactly are you interested about?
Stop sounding so fucking bored. But you said you could get people, to book more rooms. I'm just interested in how you would do that, how much it costs.
And why exactly would you like to know that? Are you currently having any issues with like having more booked rooms?
More booked rooms is always better.
All right, so what is your average occupancy as a percentage currently?
101%.
Well, why would you say that you're not fully occupied? Well, I mean,
You know
100.
hotels double book, right? They double and triple book. You don't know that, do you? You don't know your niche.
Not fully. I didn't get this one.
Yeah, you fucked up.
All right.
Go learn more about your fucking niche before you try and sell to them and you hear 110% and you don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah.
Right. Craig.
Yeah, I'll leave the camera off. I think it's helping the mic work a bit better. So what motivated you to speak to me today?
I like your voice. I like British accent, so I thought I'd hop on and speak to you some more.
Great. But apart from that, what actually attracted you to this meeting?
What you're saying just sounded quite interesting.
What, leads? Why do you need more leads?
More is always better, isn't it?
It is, but how are your current leads doing?
Fine.
So they're all converting to closes?
Not all convert to closes. Obviously some drop off along the way.
How come?
Incidents happen in their lives. Sometimes they don't get approved. Sometimes a house they want gets bought and they decide to stay where they are. There's plenty of reasons, as you should know.
So some of your leads then aren't that serious in their realty wants?
I wouldn't say that. I'd say, there's always going to be a drop off, a certain percentage.
And what percentage would that be with your current leads?
I'd say about 30% drop off, but that's kind of industry standard, isn't it?
We have some realtors that don't have anywhere near that level of drop off.
Okay, good for them.
Can I ask how you get these leads?
Yeah. I do a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff on the internet.
A lot of stuff on the internet. Okay, is particular agents, websites?
Yeah, I use websites.
Which ones?
Zillow is a big one. Others like Zillow.
So mainly websites. Do you use anything else? Word of mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mhm.
And what percentage of your leads would be coming from these websites?
I don't know. I've never worked it out.
So you've never managed to track these leads coming?
Not, I haven't really paid much attention to it. I have leads and I work my leads.
Okay. So these leads that you're getting from the website, you can't track them, and they could be your 30% that you're losing and dropping off. Correct?
I don't think so.
But how would you know? I'm a bit confused because you just said you didn't really know that you don't know how to track them. So
I
how are
can
they?
track my leads. I track all my leads. My CRM does that for me. I just don't know where they come from because I don't track where they come from if it's from sphere of influence or anything. I tend to just know, if it's Tom, from the gym, then I know it's Tom from the gym.
And how do you? What's your processes for following up on this then?
I have a software that does a lot of things. Yeah, I use
Your software.
CRM.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have a software that does this for you, and you're still getting a 30% drop off.
I don't see a point.
Okay. So it sounds like you pay for these agencies, these websites, this system, and it's still minimal, dropping you 30%. It doesn't sound like there's a way that you can track what's going on, and also your personal sphere of influence. Isn't that time consuming? How's that been performing for you?
Yeah, it's going fine.
That's going fine. So all the ones that you meet through referrals and your networking is going great.
Yeah.
Isn't that time consuming though?
It's real estate.
But if that time was better spent elsewhere, maybe the 30% would come back or reduce.
I don't know. Maybe not.
Okay. So with your current situation, what do your closes look like per month?
2.
2 per month. Okay. And how have you been doing since the start of the year?
2 per month.
2 per month for the whole year. Was this the same last year?
Yep. 1 or 2 last year, so doing better.
Doing better. What are the average house prices on these closes?
About 500 to 600.
5 to 600. So we'll say 550 as an average.
Yeah, I could say that.
Okay. So if you're making 2 per month, I'm assuming your commission is 2, or is it 2.5%?
2.5.
Okay. Why are you on the phone talking to me?
I've told you.
But I can give you more leads, but if you're losing them, what would be the point?
I'm not losing leads.
You just said that you have 30% that drop off and don't do anything.
Yeah, that's just what happens. It's real estate. People drop off all the time.
But isn't that part that should be implemented into your process to follow up on these leads? Make sure that goes down, convert more houses?
I don't know.
At the end of the day, that's lost money to yourself.
It is, but people always drop off. I can't control whether their family decide, to divorce, or if they inherit a property, or if someone dies. It's just got nothing to do with me. All the leads I get, I tend to close them.
You tend to close them.
Yeah.
And how do you close them? Is this through your sphere? Would you reach out to them? Do you keep in touch?
Yes, I do keep in touch with them. That is something I do.
Okay, I'm just trying to add up why you'd be on the call. You said you want more leads.
Yep.
But it sounds like I can't get any good information out on your processes. Do you
Yep,
mind telling me a little bit more about what you actually do? Like,
I-
do you keep these leads, retain these leads, sell the leads?
No, you haven't asked me. You keep just asking me a lot of benign questions. I'm just here to see your program, and I feel like I'm being interrogated.
Well, our program only fits with certain people, so I'm trying to understand if it would even fit with you.
What do you want to know then?
Okay. So on your closes, why do you keep using agents and other websites? Why don't you just use your own personal sphere? Why don't you use your own processes?
Because I get more leads that way.
But surely if you're converting them and you have a good close rate, you don't need them.
Aren't you trying to sell me leads?
I'm just trying to understand why you're using so many different areas.
I think I'm gonna go now. Thank you. I think I'm gonna stop investing in lead services. You've changed my mind. I can close for myself. Spastic. Great way to talk yourself out of a fucking deal.
Okay. Who wants to come up against me? Alexander, I will rip you a fucking new one.
Perfect.
Wait, let's do this. Leo, you've had a go. We'll do Leo, Leia, and then Alexander, I'll rip you a new one.
Perfect. Look forward to it.
Leo, please provide context to everybody on who you're targeting.
I'm targeting real estate agents in Canada. Like in this
Let's go.
case, you.
Let's
It's
go.
my first one, so you know. Yeah. So should I just start?
No, we should all fucking wait for you.
Good. Okay. So thanks for hopping on this call. So let me give you a quick brief on how this call is gonna go by. So basically, I'm gonna ask you some questions to see if you're a good fit for our program. If that's the case, I will show you a quick presentation on how we do this and how it works. Are you fine with that?
No, I'm not, Leo. I've closed 12 deals in the past 6 months. Show me your program. I know I'm a good fit. If you send me prospects, I'll close them. Right? So let's not waste each other's time. I know how to close deals if you give me active qualified buyers and sellers. So show me what you got.
So to be able to do that, we have to know what you're doing currently to get your clients, and also we have to know if you're the fit for our program, because it only fits for some realtors. So basically, if you're already using like other systems and you think we can provide you that help, but we don't know who we're working with, we can provide you that service. So that's why we have to ask you some questions to understand your situation and how we can help you to actually grow.
What makes someone a bad fit?
Can you repeat that, please?
What makes somebody a bad fit?
So basically, if, for example, they are already using different agency systems and also have like a bad drop-off rate, and so basically they don't follow up and close the clients, we cannot work with this kind of clients because we work on performance-based only. So if you're not able to assign the clients, we don't make any money. So that's why we need to know what sort of clients we're working with.
So
That's why.
How were you unable to gauge that when I told you I've closed 12 deals in 6 months? How can you not gauge whether or not I can or can't close?
Because it's absolutely depends on how much appointments that you have. Like if you had like 40 and you close 12, it's we know better agents than that. So that's why.
Then I guess you know better agents. Look, I closed 12, right? I spoke to 50 people and I've closed 12 and I've got more in the pipeline. Do you want to work with me? Yes or no? That's all the information you're getting.
So it depends on if you're fit for us. That's why I want you to ask you some questions.
That's my criteria. There's no reason for you to ask me questions. I've been through this process before. You said, depends how many prospects I received. 50. I closed 12. I've got another like 7 in the pipeline from that 50. The other ones dropped off or worked with other realtors. That's the criteria. Now, you have 1 minute to show me the presentation or I'm going to end this call. Can you show me the presentation?
So I will show you presentation after I've asked you some question, so that we know. So let me ask you some question. For example, what are your plans for the next 12 months on how many clients you want to sign?
How on earth would I know? I'm not a child. I'll close as many deals and I'll work as hard as I can. I'm not going to put a benign figure above my head for you to utilize. All you need to know is I'm going to close more deals.
Okay, so basically you want to close more clients, that's for sure. So
No, I want to close less.
so how does your is your process from getting a lead into a client? How does this process look?
I'm
like?
informed that they want to buy or sell a house. Then I go meet them and we buy and sell a house.
So how do you reach out to this person?
There's multiple ways. Spheres of influence, Zillow, cold calling, for sale by homeowner. Lots
And
of
how do you
ways.
do it? How do you do it?
All those ways, Leo. All of those ways.
And what does the best work for you?
All of it. Equal divide. What difference does it make? Whether I close from here, whether I close from there. I close deals. For all I know, your shit. Yes? So I might not close everything with you. Now, show me the presentation, unless you have any more silly questions to ask me.
Yeah, I have more question to ask you. So you
What's the next
probably
silly
have
question?
so probably you're having lots of appointments. Like you say, you have 50 and you're close only 12 from that. That means that a lot of them are just not ready to buy or not even, let's say it like that, not qualified enough. So basically you have a lot of leads, you're wasting a lot of time spending time with them. And so basically you only close 12 of them. So would it be not wise to have more quality leads, less, but therefore with quality? So you just have a better closing rate and spend less time and make more money. Would that be something that would interest you?
Are you guaranteeing that every single person that you send me is going to close?
No, I cannot guarantee that, but I can.
So why are you
guarantee
asking me
quality.
stupid questions? So why are you asking me stupid questions?
Because we're pre-qualifying the clients and
No, you're trying to set a standard or something that you do. I asked if you do that, you don't do that. So it's a stupid question. Next.
okay, if you want
Next
I can
question.
move on. Okay,
Next question.
so basically, so you say you have you want to have more leads, and so you say your process, so you say your process is perfect and you get the leads. So why do you need even more appointments?
When did I say my process was perfect? Why are you putting words in my mouth?
Okay, so let's say you're closing 12 deals, so you're pretty good reads to say at least. So why do you want even more appointments if you're already getting a lot of appointments from Zillow and other platforms that isn't working?
Yeah, you don't seem like a dumb kid. Why do you think I want more leads?
Because you hopped on this call today.
You know, but why do you think I want more leads? To do what?
Yeah, to sign them.
So why asking me stupid questions?
Yeah, because you want to make money. That's for sure.
Well done. That's why we're on this call. What's your next silly question?
So first of all, you want to have more appointments, right? To make more money. That's for sure, right? You want to make more money, and so you want to have more appointments, right?
Yes.
But if you have already appointments coming in from other platforms, why are you just not using them and instead wanting to work with another agency to get them?
So you just said I'm working with other people, which I am, and then you asked me why don't I use them after stating I work with them. How does
No,
that make sense?
why do you not work more with them? And why do you, for example, now you want to work, for example, with our agency to get more appointments?
How do you
And-
know they haven't reached max capacity?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you. Have they?
I don't know.
So you basically want to have more leads, but you wanted to onboard even more people because the others aren't capable of getting you more appointments, right?
Well, they might be capable. They're getting me deals. I want to see if I can get even more by partnering up with more people. I don't know if you're worse. I don't know if you're better, but I'm exploring. But right now you're irritating me. Can we get to the presentation?
So you want to have more appointments, right? Good. So, yes, we can. What the fuck should I say on that? To be honest.
Why the fuck are you letting a man talk to you like that?
Yeah, that's. I wanted to ask myself if I should say something against it, but should I say, hey, please calm down, or what should I say in this?
Horribly handled. Yes, you can. Kian's perfect. You can't let someone speak to you this way.
Huh?
I insulted your intellect multiple times. Your questioning, thought, and rationale, all of it. Some of your questions were stupid, but never let anyone speak on the talk with you. Because imagine you signed me up. I will be a pain in your fucking ass if you
Yes.
signed me. Yeah, you do not want that kind of client.
So just hang up.
No, just tell him go fuck yourself.
Oh,
And
so
then
you
look,
mean
you don't hang up. You tell him go fuck yourself, and you just wait there.
What? You don't say go fuck yourself, do you?
Well, when someone's being rude to you like this,
But do you
Yeah.
say go fuck yourself?
What would you
Well,
normally do in real life?
Did you
So
actually? No, well, in
instead
real
of-
life, but like, well, yeah, but he's
Well,
a prospect, right? So
What's
Yeah,
So
that?
no, he's not a prospect. He's unqualified because he's a cunt.
hey, go fuck yourself.
And just watch.
So
just
instead of qualifying you
No, no.
and saying, so instead of saying that you should have for like when you say I'm not a good why you maybe not a good fit for me, then I should have said like that I don't like the way you work you working how you work.
No offense, Layla. No, because then you sound like a woman.
What the fuck should I have
You
done?
got women next to you, don't you? Fucking-
Would you?
And that wouldn't suit the character in the video game. What you need to do is you have to say, look, I'm here, you're here. Can you speak to me with respect and don't speak in a condescending manner? I work with multiple clients. If you're going to carry this way, I'll end the call. You hit aggression with aggression.
Okay, that's good. To know.
Yeah, don't complain. Because then you'll sound like a character in a video game.
Ismael. So can you just repeat this? Like, because go fuck yourself. Yeah, I wouldn't say that, but the thing that you said. So can you
No.
please
No.
what are the tone that you speak with?
Nice and simple. Can we just pause here? Who on earth do you think you're talking to? You think you're the only client in the world? You think I don't have clients? Do you think I'm going to be spoken to this way? Speak to me respectfully or leave this call.
You think you're the only one? Okay.
Yeah.
That's, for example, what I could have called this spastic with a big watch, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, this
Let me
is
just-
good.
Okay.
If you're not disqualifying them as a client immediately, you're telling them, you're reprimanding them, and if they fuck up again, then we're done.
Put them in their place, and they will respect you for that. What they won't respect is you continuously asking stupid questions and accepting that they're stupid questions. Yeah, like, why on earth would you ever take a client like that?
Because I need the money.
Fucking degenerate. If I paid you 100 quid to go fucking dance around naked, would you go do it?
Depends where.
Like, just flail your tiny cock around in the fucking middle of your stupid pool.
Okay, no thanks.
If you would, I'd fucking Venmo it to you. Just to fucking humiliate you some more.
Thank you.
Useless. Leila, can you please introduce yourself, what you are doing, and let's get going.
Yeah, so I'm Layla. Real name is Laysan, if anybody can pronounce. I'm from Russia, and from today, I'm gonna be a feminine lifestyle strategist, and I'm gonna help women just be women. That's a problem in this world right now, and I want to change it. So yeah.
Cool. Just to let everybody know, no one gets an introduction like that. Layla's allowed because she's a lady, and if you guys try that, I will rip you a new one. Yeah? Cool. Layla,
Okay.
let's kick it off.
Yeah, so what's gonna be your name?
You pick.
What?
You choose. I don't care.
Okay, Katie.
Kick it. Cool.
So
do it.
hey Katie.
Hi, Layla. How are you?
Yeah, I'm actually great. Thank you. How's life going?
It's going well. So, Layla, I'm just a bit confused. I saw your message, but why are we on this call? I'm just a bit confused.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to talk with you. Just chat like the girl.
Are you trying to sell me something?
No, I told you that I'm not trying to sell you anything. You know, I just love to connecting with new people and on that WhatsApp group and wanted to, just chat about life and all that stuff.
Oh, okay. So, where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Russia. And you?
Oh, nice. How is it there?
It's great. Dark side right now. And
Okay.
very
And what got you onto the group?
can you please ask again?
What got you onto the WhatsApp group?
Yeah, I told you just I love to connect with people. I'm an extrovert, just
But why this group?
why this group? Well, they are like it's concentration of women that think alike, and I love when people create such small groups, and
Okay.
I think
And do you work with anybody helping with this? Do you help people with this?
would what?
Just like general like femininity.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I do.
Okay. So who have you worked with?
Who I work with. I've worked with some of my ladies for a few years.
Okay. And how does it work?
How does it work? Why do you need to know that right now? Let's just talk. I'm not here to tell you anything.
No. I'm just super interested because I've always wanted to do something myself and I'm inspired by you. So just please let me know. Like it's really inspirational that you're helping other women. How does it work?
How does it work?
Yeah, like what got you into it? What's your passions? Like I wish I was as extroverted as you. Like I'd love to know.
It's interesting that you say to me that you wish you were extroverted as me, because you're so right now open and you ask me so many questions. I love that. So you have the potential. I like that.
Yeah. So how do you what got you started? How did you do it?
How did I started it? So yeah, do you want a whole story or a short story?
The whole story, please.
Okay.
Okay, pause. Somebody, where did you fuck up?
I'm
not listening to this. You're the one who asked me a question.
Yeah.
Ladies don't do that. They are the ones who listen most of the time.
Yes, and men don't act as cunty as Kian, but that's the whole point of this.
Okay. What should I have done?
You should have reframed it and hit me with a question. Right? Like you should have said, "Hey, honestly, I've been speaking about myself all day. I'd love to just get to know someone new. So please tell me about yourself. What's your story?" You have to flip it back on them. Right? And if they try again, you try again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you keep going, the other person will give up because they don't have a motive to keep flipping it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for being a bitch, Katie, I don't remember already.
Yeah,
Well,
but
I have a refuse to like flip it. Like you just keep pressing it, and they just refuse to even participate.
Just keep going like a retard.
Speaking about myself. So, okay. Once I told like, I've been, Katie, I've been speaking about myself for a whole day. I just love to just meet new people and learn
get to know their story.
Get to know their story, and then she's gonna be like, for example, I don't really like sharing my story. I'm just because we're new.
Perfect. Why?
And
your whole goal is to dig into trauma. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You need to. It's very difficult. You need to find your roots into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And if that means you have to ask 1,000 fucking questions, 1,000,000 different ways, then you do that. Because the second you spot it, go into it. But you have to go into it very carefully.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. Okay, my Jewish friend.
Perfect. So Ismael, I'm gonna be completely honest with you here. I'm here to make money. So I'm gonna ask you a couple questions to see if you're a good fit. And if I decide that you are a good fit, I'm gonna run you through the presentation and show the program. Sounds good?
Yeah, so just before we start, I just want to ask, you work on performance, right?
Let me first of all ask you the question, because I first of all need to know whether you're a good fit or not. Okay,
I just don't want to waste my time.
Okay, so first of all,
it sounds like you don't work on performance.
What actually made you jump on this call with me today?
Well, I heard that you worked on performance, so I was just, I'd love to get on a performance deal. When I close, you get paid. It sounds really nice.
Well, apart from the performance part, what is
so you do work on performance? Oh, that's great. Well, I'm looking for more business.
That's not the thing I'm asking you. I am asking you, what in the performance basis made you jump on this call? You took your day to jump on this call. There must be something apart from the performance basis that actually made you interested in the call, right? What is it?
So other than your performance basis, what I really liked was the fact that you bring in business on a performance basis.
You're not answering my question, my friend.
Well, I like the fact that I don't have to pay anything up front.
Apart from this is not what I'm asking. What is the? I'm looking for the root of the problem. What is the initial problem that you're facing?
I can't find more business.
Okay.
And when I heard about your performance, I loved it, and that's why I'm on this call.
You can't find more business. Okay, what exactly do you mean by that?
I just can't find any buyers or sellers.
Okay, so what methods have you currently tried to find buyers and sellers?
Not many.
What in particular?
I've tried my sphere of influence. Sorry, I just know you're not going to close anything.
And that's it?
Yeah.
Just your sphere of influence, that's it?
Yeah.
Okay. So how many deals have you been able to close from your sphere of influence in the last 6 months? Four. And how did 2022 go?
I started in December.
Started in December 2022?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you live in Vancouver. So in Vancouver, the average listing price is 1.3 million. Are you more to the left or more to the right to it?
Are you asking me my political opinions?
No, the listing price.
What do you mean, left or right?
Average listing. The average listing price.
What do you mean?
Is it more than 1.3 million or less? What is it?
What do you mean, left or right?
More to the left of the number. Imagine numbers. You have 1.3 million here. You have 1.5 million here and 1.1 million here. So where are you on the spectrum?
On your left or my left?
Your left.
I'm closer to the 1.3.
To the 1.3. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So we'll take 1.3 as an average. So you get 2.5%?
Yep.
Okay. What's your broker split?
My cousin's a broker, so I don't pay anything.
Okay, perfect. So you get 2.5% with 0 broker commission. So in a million, you make 25,000. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. So I'm a bit confused because you said you started in December 2022, right?
Yeah.
And you have just been using your personal sphere of influence class. You had 9 months to prospect and to get new clients, and the only thing you did was your personal sphere of influence. Why was that?
I guess I'm just not very good.
Sorry, say that again.
I guess I'm just not very good.
You say you guess you're not very good, but what exactly have you tried? Because you must have tried different methods at the beginning.
I go to different events.
It's about either there are 2 things. Either you have the right system behind it, and you're a good. That's the one.
What do you mean system?
A right system that generates a certain amount of prospects for you that eventually.
No, I don't have a system.
Well, that's what I saw. That's what I just saw. But the other thing is you being a good salesperson. These are the 2 factors that make a good realtor. And at the moment, as you told me, there's no system behind it. But why is there no system behind it? You've been in for 9 months. Why is there no system?
Because I don't know how to build one.
But why didn't you inform yourself? Why didn't you do the legwork and try to build it?
I'm not technologically savvy. I find it very scary.
But is this an excuse, or would you actually be able to learn it and actually do something about it?
I don't think I'd want to learn it.
But this is your career. So why didn't you put in the work?
Because there's agencies like you that exist for that purpose.
But have you actively been looking for these agencies, or have you just been relaxing and just being passive?
I'm on a call with you, aren't I?
You are, but I called you, right? What have you been?
Yeah. No, because the thing is, I'm really worried about spending money, and since you're performance based, that's why I'm on the call.
We're not talking about it. We're not talking about the performance base. What I'm asking you is, have you actively, apart from your personal sphere of influence, have you actively been doing anything?
I've spoken to other companies, but they all wanted money.
You've spoken to other companies, yes. How many companies have you spoken to?
5, but they all wanted money, so it didn't work out.
So the only criteria of whether you work with a company or not is whether you have to pay money or not.
I'll pay money on the close.
You pay money on the close. But you know it's not how the game works, right?
No, my cousin does it.
Your cousin does it. Why don't you do it like your cousin?
No, he's in the US. I'm in Canada, so he's got a company that does it, but they don't do work in Canada.
So why don't you open your own company in Canada and do the same thing?
Because I'm a real estate agent, and I'm not good with technology, as I told you. Are you not listening?
No, am I not listening? What I don't understand is what you told me so far is that you are trying to get new customers from
Yes.
your personal sphere of influence. However, you were very reluctant to cooperate with other companies, and you were only looking for performance basis. But this hasn't brought you anywhere so far. Looking at these 5 companies, dropping them.
Yeah, that's why I'm on a call with you. It's different.
Closed 4 deals so far.
But that's why I'm on a call with you.
Let me finish. What I need to understand is, do you see how this unwillingness to be able to invest into the business brought you to where you are at the moment with 4 deals in 8 months?
I guess so, but I'm happy I didn't, because I was speaking to you, and you work on a performance basis, so it was a good idea.
This is not about me, this is about you. I need to understand, you didn't work with these other companies, and this is where you're at right now.
Yes.
Is it correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you see how this unwillingness to cooperate with companies who charge you something for it, whenever you do business, and you know this as a businessman, don't you? You need to invest something to get back even more. Am I right?
But then how does it work with you if you don't need to invest anything in this performance?
This is not what I said. This is not what we're talking about here. We're talking about you and what the current problem is that you're facing. And as it seems to me, at the moment, you're just trying to get a free deal from somebody and expect actual results from it.
No, because if I close, I'm happy to pay you. But if not, I'm not.
But how are you initially, from your personal sphere of influence so far, let's take this example. How have you initially been able to get customers?
Going to network.
4 customers, but this is a lot. Are you happy with it?
Well, I made 6 figures.
You made 6 figures, congratulations. But what now?
I get more deals.
Are you proud of yourself? 6 figures in 6 months, 6 figures in 8 months. Is this a good result? Are you happy with it?
Personally, I am, because my family came from poverty. So I'm the first person to have graduated, become a real estate agent, and achieve 6 figures. Do you not think that's good, given my background?
Well, obviously you could be proud of yourself, but why haven't you achieved more? I know other agents in your region who have actually just started in January and who are already at, well, high 6 figures.
I guess I'm crippled by my childhood, but I'm really working hard on it to improve.
But what else are you doing? Because working hard on its own is not enough.
But what else can I do?
What else can you do? Well, you tell me.
I don't know. I don't know. So I'm asking you, because you're the expert, but you keep throwing questions back at me.
I keep throwing questions back at you because I need to understand where you're coming from. So let me just get this straight. You have been into real estate for 9 months so far. You have only used your personal sphere of influence. You have never properly invested into any service, into any business to start and actually generate more that it leads for you.
Yeah.
This is what you did so far.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been working very well, as I could see.
Well,
Well,
do you not think, given my background, 6 figures is good?
Do you want to blame it on your background, or do you want to?
Well, I'm in the top. I'm in the top 10% earners of Canada.
Why not in the top 1%?
Because I'm 21.
So what? Who cares? I know 17-year-olds who are in the top 1%.
No, good for them, but honestly, I think I'm doing very well, and I don't know why you're being patronizing and trying to put me down. I'm working very hard to get to where I am, and I'm feeling very insulted. Can you please go into your presentation?
But what is my goal? My goal is to make you better, right? This is why you're here, isn't it?
Apparently, your goal is to make me feel bad, because I've worked very hard to get to where I am, and you're trying to put it down by saying I haven't achieved anything. Is this your style tactic? Making me feel bad?
No, I don't think you're getting this. What I'm doing here is I am finding out what the problem behind the numbers you're currently hitting is. And as it seems to me, there's one clear problem.
Yes.
It's unwillingness to invest, right?
Yes.
This is what I found.
I agree, and that's why I'm speaking to you.
Perfect. This is amazing. But What I don't understand is you always try to play down the success that you achieved, but we both
You play it down. I'm playing it up.
we both know you can do more, right? We both know you have the potential to do more, but you don't have the right system in place to do it, as it seems. Am I right?
I'm just a bit confused because if I get another deal, I'm going to do more. So what do you mean?
Oh, but how will you get this other deal?
I've
How?
got
Do you
one
have
in
any
pipeline.
control over it? You said you work from a personal sphere of influence.
Yes,
How
but
do you-
I have 2 listings assigned, so I'm going to get 2 more deals, putting me at 150,000.
How sure are you that these deals are going to go through?
They're signed on the market, and we're getting buyers coming in both doors. So once the proposal's been accepted, I don't know if you're familiar with the real estate market. They've signed a contract.
I've worked with many agents so far, so don't worry. I'm very familiar with it. Yes.
There we go. So you would know that both these deals are going to close.
6 deals. Congratulations. In 8 months. That's
Thank
only
you.
1 deal a month.
No,
Again,
but there we go again with the patronizing behavior. I've been working very hard to get to where
This is not patronizing. This is getting you to the goal you want to achieve. So tell me.
This is just insulting me.
Tell me. You want to I just don't understand your viewpoint. You are
Well,
trying to tell me,
okay, Alexander, you don't need to understand my viewpoint. Tell me what you've got, and if it works, we'll do it.
No,
Look, you work on performance. I don't mind getting started.
I work on performance. This is what you said. What I don't understand from your side, though, you are trying to say that you need to just you closed 4 deals so far. We need to get away from this wall. So tell me, in a perfect world, in an ideal world, how many deals closed in 12 months would actually make you happy, and what would make your family happy? Your background, because you came from poverty, you said. So what would actually
I've already made
what
them
would
happy.
actually be an achievement you would love?
I was able to pay off the mortgage, so they're very happy with me.
So how much you need to pay off?
I've paid it off.
You've already paid it off. Okay.
Yeah.
So how much would you need to actually get to the next step? How much would you need to make your family proud?
Well, they're really proud. I paid off the mortgage. I'm the first rich person to hit 6 figures in my family. They're very proud. Anything I do plus is a plus. Can we get to the presentation, please? I want to see how you work on a performance model.
Work on a performance basis. What would it be? What is your goal that you have in your mind to make them even more proud?
Alexander, you fucked this call because you keep avoiding the performance thing. I keep trying to bring it back up, and you keep avoiding it.
It is not about the performance. It is not about the performance. Look, we are here to increase the number of deals that you get, right? And it doesn't matter whether it's performance or not. I'm going to touch on this in a second. But first of all, before I do that, I need one more thing from you. What's your goal for the next 12 months? What do you want to achieve?
10 more deals.
10 more deals.
And I know, Alexander, I can't do it myself. I need a man like you because I'm not doing things correctly, as you said, and I'm not achieving my goals. So show me how you, on a performance model, do so well and can get me deals so I can pay you afterwards.
Before I show you the presentation, do you or are you willing to invest in yourself and invest in yourself upfront? Put money in the bank to get more interest in the end. Are you willing to do this? This is what I'm going to ask you. Then I can show you.
Honestly, yes, because now that I've paid off my
Are
parents'
you
home,
willing to do this?
no, I plan to now use the money for myself, yes, because I put all the money to my family, and now we'll put money to myself. So I'm going to go buy new stuff. Yes.
You're missing the question I'm asking you. Are you willing to invest right now? Are you willing
In
to
what?
invest money right now?
But in what?
If you started to get more deals and to add an additional 6 figures a year, additional 100,000 a year on the bottom line, on your bottom line.
As in paying you?
Yes, of course.
I thought you said,
Invest.
I'm sorry, Alexander, I think you wasted both our times. In the first 2 minutes, I said I came because it's a performance model, and you said yes, and then asked me questions. Were you lying to me?
The performance basis is correct. Yes. Work on a backdated appointment model. You're not familiar with it, are you?
Do you know what performance means? When you perform, I pay you. So why do you need money up front?
This is the backdated appointment model we're talking about. When you perform, I perform, you pay me. Correct. Yes.
So if you were a prostitute, yes, and you said I performed before you performed and asked for money, would that be acceptable?
This is a very peculiar example. I would not like to go down this road. But the point I want you to understand is if you
fucked up.
Money right
now. This whole thing fucked up because you didn't handle performance.
It's like drawing blood.
If you invest money right now,
and this is the second time I've tried to fucking stop this.
Why the fuck are you trying to sell him on spending money, aka you're trying to take this money before you've even told them what the fuck it is and gone into negotiations.
No, first of all, not just any amount. Are you willing to invest in yourself right now?
How are you still in ball play?
We've come out of roleplay and we're shitting on you. Take your shitting.
So what do I say? Like he's literally retarded. He's like, oh, performance basis.
Yes, so fucking talk about the performance basis.
But
Talk about it.
you said I dominate the conversation, so I shouldn't like give in to this, right?
Yes, but by the way you did it, yes, you accepted that it was performance. Everyone here saw it.
So
Yes.
how should I like revert, like go away from this performance model?
No, you go, what do you mean performance model?
Then you say, oh, you perform, you pay me.
Oh, we work on a backdated report model. You're familiar with that?
No, I'm actually not familiar with
Okay,
this.
I'll be able to show you at the end. It's a really good model. It's brand new. So just a few questions. Boom.
Okay, but like tell me more about the performance. It backdated something, but what?
Oh no, you see, it would make sense once I do the whole presentation. If not, it won't make sense. It's a brand new thing. That's why the presentation's there. So just a few questions. for you.
Let's just skip the questions. I want to see the model. You made me curious. Just show me the backdated.
I'm going to show it to you, but I need to see if you're a good
Perfect.
fit.
And then show me now. I'm all ears. I'm all ears. That's why I'm here. Perfect. Show me.
Alexander, I need to find out if you're a good fit for my company. And based on how you're behaving, yeah, I got about 5-6 questions. If I see that you're a good fit and we can place deals together, I'll show you our model. Why are you rushing?
Well, I want to get to the point as quickly as possible.
Wonderful. We get to the point step by step. So first question, how was last year?
Well, 20 closings.
Alexander, I can handle you. Yes. In no country will you make it difficult for me. Yes.
With retards.
You fucked up.
So even if somebody was like, okay, like it's fine, like I don't want to waste time, like give me like, is there an upfront fee? Yes or no?
Why don't you want to waste time? What do you mean? I'm sorry. I don't like rushing these calls, Kenny. Like, is there a reason that you're rushing?
Well, yeah, I mean, I've been to these calls like 4 or 5 times, and I just want to know, like they always charge upfront fees. I don't understand.
Is every girl you meet the same as your ex? No, each girl is different.
Okay.
And I'm not the same as everyone that you've spoken to, and I respect the fact if you gave me the time to explain what I do. Can we do that, Kenny?
Yeah, but I mean, I just don't want to waste your time. It's not in budget right now. I mean, like if there's like upfront fee, like
what's my process?
You said backdated appointment model?
No. How do we qualify our prospects? How do we send them to you? You don't know anything. Right?
Not yet, no.
So imagine it was this. I'm going to give you $1 billion and it's going to cost $1 million. Literal cash. But you decided to rush things, so you didn't know about the $1 billion. Would that make sense?
Yeah, but
no. When you go to a store, do you want to see the products you buy? Or do you just say, how much is it? I want a jacket, how much is it?
Right. But it's different because it's an upfront fee and I don't even know if I'm going to get the result or not.
No, you don't want like setups. No, everything is guaranteed in our contracts. We work on a performance model. Only when we perform will you pay us. I'll be able to explain it. I just need 10 minutes of your time. But if you're rushing, I can leave you to go rush to wherever you need to go to, and we can reschedule another day.
Okay, let's just get this straight. Okay, so you guys have upfront fees, but it's guaranteed, and you guys cover ad spend too? Because I know a bunch of companies they ask for that.
Can I ask you the process?
Yeah.
Thank you. Just a few questions.
Okay. Okay. All right.
It's my presentation, not yours.
Yeah.
Yes, my way. I don't care if you've spoken to other people. I have a method. We're not going to go outside my method. And you can compare me to whatever dullard you've spoken to before. I'm not part of that crew. Yes, and you need to act accordingly. You can't like, for example, you guys are getting stressed like Alexander. Keep it calm, keep it relaxed, and speak properly. When someone's being rude, slow it down. Tell them, look, no, we're not going to go that way. We're going to go my way because this is my presentation. This is how I do it. I need to see if you're a good fit. Because if you're not a good fit, I don't want you. And it's sounding like from the rushing, you're not a good fit. And then they all calm down and behave. Leo,
So basically, this also count like when the person is aggressive. So basically, you also say like I do it my way, and it's my presentation. So if you want to work with me,
If you want to be aggressive, go shout at your wife. Don't shout at me. Yes, I'm speaking man to man. So please speak to me normally. Fuck off from the call. Your decision. I make enough money. I have enough business. I don't need shit for a man like you. So you're gonna talk normally, or you're gonna leave.
okay, that's a hard one.
I
But
just
it
spoke.
works.
I just
You make
spoke
yourself
normally.
valuable, like kind of like you put yourself on a pedestal. Like,
Yes,
in a way, yeah.
you have your own standards. You're not gonna be fucked around with. Speak to me like a human, or fuck off.
Okay.
I'm not here to test shit. I'm here to make money. And by coming across that way, it's good. People will listen. People will shut the fuck up because a lot of the times, like I would say I'm one of the few exceptions. Yes. The bulk of people, when they bark, they don't bite.
Well,
When people bark at you, it's all fake. Put them in their place. Like someone gives you confrontation, give it back, and they will come down 99% of the time. Right? There's been 3 times in my life that they didn't back down. 2 of them were gang associated, and I figured that out very quickly. I was like, let's just take a step back. Don't want to get stabbed, right? And with the other one, I got put in hospital. Yeah, 99% of the time, people they will confront you. They will not stick to it. They will be as nervous as you are. Keep your cool. Carry on. Make sense?
yes.
So, does somebody want to actually make it difficult on me? Alexander, by the way, that was just fucking embarrassing. That's fucking disgusting. You're retarded.
What should I have done apart from explaining the performance based and apart from saying
That's all you should have done because you fucked up the whole thing by carrying on as though it was performance based. You fucked it all up. Next person. I'm so sure I'm missing a call with somebody right now, but I'll make it up after. Yeah, Logan, it's me and you. We'll do it straight after this call. Does that work?
Yeah, all good.
Perfect. Logan, do you understand the premise of this call?
Yeah, I'll start getting more as time goes on.
Okay, perfect. Give it a shot.
Hey, I understand you're pretty busy and you've got a very busy schedule. If you don't mind me asking, what brings you to our call today?
More business.
Now, I understand you want more business and all that. So, if you can quantify more business in terms of leads, or are you shooting more for like an overall number, or do you just want more leads?
Logan, the way I work is nice and simple. I'll pay you £1 if you pay me 2. You make me money, I make you money. I don't care how many deals. If there's an ROI, I'm interested. Logan, when I work with you, is there an ROI?
Yes.
Let's get started. Show me what you got.
All right. Before we get started in the presentation, I'd like to ask a few questions to make sure we're a proper fit for each other because I really value qualifying clients. Because if I qualify you and we seem like a good fit, then we're going to work together. Do you mind if I get started with a few quick questions and we'll get into the presentation?
Thing is, as you said, I'm quite a busy guy, and I am truly quite a busy guy. So can we do the presentation? If I like it, I'll answer all the questions you want, and then we can get started. Sound good?
Sounds good. But in order for me to really give you a good presentation to make sure that it's really catered to your business model, I'd like to ask a few things just to gain.
What do you mean business model? I work with buyers and sellers. Bring me buyers and sellers. That's my business model. I close houses. What else do you need to know?
I want you to know your sources. Are you working with any other agencies?
Why does that affect you?
Say it again.
Can you explain why that would affect you?
It affects me because we really, depending on like our service, like my service will be more catered to where you're actually getting everything from. And if you're getting them from all Zillow or whatever, then I feel like it wouldn't be a good fit. So I'm just trying to make sure we're a good fit before we move forward.
So if I do work with Zillow, so is this not going to be a good thing?
No, I just like to know where the majority of your leads come from. Are you using other agencies? Are you working by your?
But I'm just trying to understand what difference would that make to how you cater your service towards me.
That would just cater how we run our ads and how we really drive results and leads for you.
So what's the difference?
The difference would be if you're using more Zillow, then we can obviously focus our intentions more on different stuff based on what you lack. So if I can get some information from you,
But you can't do Zillow. Do you do Zillow leads?
say it again.
Do you do Zillow leads?
No, we do not. But I'd like to know
So how would it affect you?
because if
you
majority-
can't do Zillow leads. So
if a
irrespective of whether I do Zillow leads or don't do Zillow leads, you'd have to do something else anyway. So how's that catering it?
because I wouldn't see us as being a good fit if you got 99% of your leads from Zillow, and that's something we can't.
But I just told you I work with Zillow, and you said I'd still be a good fit.
It's okay if you work with Zillow. I'm just trying to get a general idea of where the majority of your leads are from. It's okay if that's a subset of your total lead income, but
No, like honestly, most of my business is from Zillow. Is that an issue?
shit. How would I know? I paint myself no box here. How would you?
Yeah, you use a fucking retarded box. There's no reason why Zillow should affect your business. Do you want to take it back a few steps?
Yeah. Where do you want to start from?
So, how would what I do affect how you cater me?
Because what you do really, because I'm looking for clients that are really driven and actually improving themselves. I don't want someone to half-ass and really not.
Okay. So you want to know how many deals I've closed?
Yeah, do you have a general number for the last 6 months of
No,
what you've?
I've got a number and it's online. But before I tell you, what's your minimum amount of deals you accept?
We don't necessarily have a minimum. I just need to know your basic leads so I can get a general basis for what you're already bringing in, so I can see how much we.
Logan, what you're saying is contradictory. You need to make sure that you work hard and you close deals, but you don't have a minimum requirement of close deals.
All right.
How does that work?
But I can only bring you leads. You have to be the one to close them. And like I said,
I'll close them. But you said based on that, you need to know if I can close. But if there's no minimum, how do you know if I'm good or not if it's not based on that?
all right. So I should probably reframe there. So more so less leads. How much are you closing as a money percentage? Like, can you give me a general revenue that you're bringing in monthly or from client to client basis?
As a percentage.
Yes, please.
How can I tell you how much money I'm bringing in as a percentage?
That's fucking retarded. Can you just give me a flat rate of what you're bringing in?
But yeah, I'm bringing in about 300 a month.
Now, why aren't you bringing in more?
I seem to have peaked.
So you said you've peaked. Do you feel like you can't scale anymore, or do you feel like you've exhausted everything in terms of your social sphere and your avenues of bringing in leads?
Both exactly the same thing, Logan.
Do you have a problem with closing leads, or do you have a problem with getting an amount?
Getting an amount.
So do you work with other agencies, or is it purely driven by you?
Me.
Now, do you feel like the reason that you're not bringing in as many leads as you like is due to time, or just because you feel like you don't have the not skills, but you feel like you just don't have the ability to bring in more leads with what you're doing right now?
Logan, I've done sales before. It sounds like you're trying to find my pain rather than cater the service. Can you just explain to me how these questions cater the service to me?
So by giving me an idea, I can see if it's actually more of like something like motivation, if you're just lacking the motivation right now, if it's more of like a technical or logistic error. So if it's a logistic error or something like that, then I'd be happy to help and bring you results. But if it's more of a personal problem, then there's nothing I can do to help you get around a personal issue.
But I've closed 300,000.
Yeah, but why not 600,000? What's stopping you?
Because I've exhausted my resources, but I don't see how being in the top 1% of the fucking population results in you deciding that I'm not good enough.
It's more so.
Question, this has nothing to do with catering. Based on what you're saying, we're still qualifying. Why are we still qualifying if you're meant to be catering me?
Because I'm gonna be honest, if I can't see that we're a good fit, then how are we ever gonna work together?
Your basis on a good fit is if I can close. I have told you, I am in the top 1% of the world.
You may be 1% in the world, but why aren't you that 0.5%? I'm trying to see what's holding you back from reaching the next level. I understand you're very successful in your own realm, but who says you can't be more successful?
I completely agree, Logan. But just to clarify, if I can't figure out how to make more money myself, you don't want to work with me?
No, I'm just trying to see, are you,
Yes or no?
I can tell from our call as time have gone on that you're obviously very motivated. I'm just trying to see if it's more logistical, if you're really just held back by not having the,
Logan, you keep contradicting yourself. Why are you contradicting yourself?
because you're just not, I feel like you've got a wall built up between us and you're not tearing it down so we can really
Did you
connect.
just accept the fact that you're contradicting yourself by saying I have a wall built up? And that's why you're contradicting yourself.
Fuck. So how would I,
Firstly, don't contradict yourself. Yes, you keep jumping from catering to me to making sure I'm qualified. Pick one and stick to it. Yes. When I say how you're going to cater it, just say I'll show that in the presentation. Just a few more questions, please.
all right.
Right? And I am more than fucking qualified if I've told you I've made 300,000. Yeah.
Yep.
You can literally just say I want to make sure our personalities align because we're going to be speaking weekly. I'm in a position where I can pick who I work with. You sound like you close a lot of deals. I just want to get to know you a bit better.
So almost qualify myself to them so then we can.
No. So you tell them I just want to get to know you a bit better because we've got some people in the past who are very good, but not cases. So just a few extra questions for personal protection.
All right.
Yeah. If you're going to keep going down that route, but be careful. You're contradicting yourself a lot, and if someone's smart and they can see the holes in the contradiction, it does not show well on competence.
So would slowing down the conversation help with that and really just being concise?
Don't fucking contradict yourself.
All
right. To be fair, I'm not shitting on you. This is the first time you've done this, huh?
Yeah.
Don't worry. You're doing good. So, Layla, shall we go again?
Okay, let's try.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
Hello.
how's that going?
Wonderful. Well, actually, I lied. Terrible. My husband left me. My child don't speak to me. It's very tough. How's your life?
Yeah, actually great.
Your life is great?
Yeah, actually great.
Oh, that's nice.
What?
Must be nice.
Can you please?
Must be nice.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice, but I've been in bad places of my life, I should say.
Have you had a husband leave you? Your children not speak to you?
No, I'm actually pretty young and I don't have a husband now.
That's why life is great. You have an experienced life. Very nice.
No, I'm saving myself for a man of my dreams and I'm working on myself. So,
Alexander, why did you smile?
So Katie,
yeah.
So Katie, you said that your life is bad and your husband left you and your kids don't talk.
Yeah.
Why?
I cheated on him.
You cheated on him?
Yeah.
Why?
Full honesty, woman to woman.
Why?
The yoga instructor got to me.
The yoga instructor?
Yeah.
Wow. He must be really good looking, huh?
Yeah, he was good. Not worth it, but good.
Not worth it?
Because my husband and kids don't speak to me now.
But why did you do that in the first place?
He put me in positions my husband could never.
Can you say that again?
He put me into positions my husband could never put me into.
And what's that? Okay. Oh my God, Katie. Wow. Okay. So you cheated on your husband and now your husband doesn't talk to you. Do you want to still be your husband? What? And go to that yoga instructor?
Well, he's married, so I can't go to him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And my husband has custody, so I don't want to disturb that. So I'm not going to disturb him.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm?
How do you feel right now?
Terrible, like I told you in the beginning of the call.
Terrible. Yeah. Wow. That's something. Katie. So,
So are you speaking?
what do you want to do with your life right now? What's your plan?
Drink.
What?
Drink.
Drink?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why drink?
Helps.
Helps.
Yeah.
Mm. Do you want your children see you drink?
They don't see me.
They don't see you. How so?
They stopped speaking to me. I haven't seen my kids in 2 months.
They've stopped speaking to you, but speaking is in
Well,
and
they can't see me. I haven't seen my kids in 2 months. If I'm drunk or not, they won't see me.
if you have seen your kids in months,
Hmm?
where are you right now? If you haven't seen them, where are they? Where are you?
They're with my husband. They have custody.
And where are you now? Apart in different
I'm in my
flat-
mother's house.
mother's house.
Yeah.
How did your mother reacted to that, to this situation?
She laughed.
Laugh? Whoa, that's interesting.
Mm.
Did you laugh like in a toxic way,
Yeah,
or
in a
is she,
toxic way.
is she
Yeah.
used?
Well, she cheated on my father, and I had to go at her, and then I came to her with this. So she laughed.
Oh, so it's a family curse.
Yep. Was my fault, it's a curse. Yeah, it's a curse.
Yeah. So you're gonna drink. You're gonna maybe a few weeks, months, maybe years, but what's then? What
I don't know.
you don't know?
No.
Okay. So Katie, can you please tell me, maybe share with me, before did you have plans on your life?
Did I what?
Did you have plans on your life? What did
Leila, pause.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you logically trying to handle a woman?
No, I'm not trying to logically tell a woman. I'm just asking more questions and trying to open her. You.
But you would do that through the feelings, not through the logic.
Women don't have logic. I've had a girlfriend. No logic can fucking
No,
help.
but like we have to be careful. It's so much more on the feeling side. How does that make you feel? Right? You have to remember, it's not so much advice as it is. It's undirected advice. So you need to lead me to the conversation without leading me to the conversation.
Mm. Okay, so Katie, how?
So as an example, right?
You already told that you feel terrible. I asked, like, how do you feel?
You know, but you meant to dig.
Hmm?
Okay, I'll give you an example of what I'm trying to portray. The thing is, I don't know how to act like a woman, so I'm giving you the best I've got currently, but I'll figure it out. Who do you miss the most? Oh, I miss my kids. What were they like? What's the happiest moment you shared with them? Oh, must be terrible. Like they took them away? That's not fair. How did that happen? Right? So don't come from a position that you're better than me. Come from a position of understanding. And utilize that to open. Make sense?
Yeah.
Because you're heavily directing it. It can't be heavily directed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Because it sounds like you're digging. You are digging. You're not meant to get caught.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And you can phrase it in many ways that allow you not to get caught, and it opens up where me as a lady can decide where I want to go. And you just have to kind of like guide it in. Make sense?
Yep.
You're using too many logical questions. Like,
Mm-hmm.
cool, ask the questions, but don't make them seem like questions. Or don't let them. Okay, I'll give you an example. Yep. I went on a date with a chick, right? And she thought she was a smart girl. I guess she was somewhat smart, right? But I've got years on her, right? She's asking me a bunch of questions. And I know for a fact that she doesn't care about the answers to any of my questions. And she's asking them to figure out other stuff about me that she's not wanting to ask me. Yes? I then said to her, why are you trying to do this? And then she says, I'm not doing anything. I said, why are you trying to do this? She said, yes, I'm trying to do that. So that's what you have to utilize. It's asking questions without asking the questions.
Mm-hmm.
And guide people through. Because that's what therapy pretty much is. Like a
Mm-hmm.
therapist won't tell you anything. They'll just guide you in the direction that you need to go. And they know that. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
The good thing is, if you end up with a good prospect, they're just going to open their mouth. They're not going to shut up.
I love that when people do that.
Yes. And like I can create a fictitious story, but that's not the goal here. Like I'm trying to like make it things difficult and then highlight it. Yeah. You have to lead it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I look forward to reviewing that first call. It's gonna be a shit show. Not from your side, but likely from their side, but also from your side as well. That'll be fun to review. Cool. Anyone else want to give it a final go? I know we've gone over time, but yeah. Anyone? Jorge, you are not gonna enjoy this.
Yeah, I have my first call tomorrow. So.
Wonderful. You best shot.
Okay. Okay, so Ismael, there's a reason you took this call today. You said to take this call today with me. Why is that?
You have buyers for watches, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and sellers.
Do you have anyone interested in the exoskeleton Cartier? I've got one.
Not right now. Right now, I'm gonna be focusing
so
on
what do
asking
your
you.
people want?
So right now, I'm gonna be focusing on asking you questions and finding out what your needs are for your business.
Yeah, no. Right now, everything's pretty good. I'm just struggling to sell this exoskeleton Cartier. What do your people want? I'm assuming you've got customers.
That's something my company will be able to do perfectly, but I'll talk to you about that later on in the presentation. But first of all, I'd like to know a little bit more about your company and how you.
So what do you do? I thought you just had buyers. What do you mean a presentation?
Yeah. So later on, we'll move on to a presentation after I've figured out more about your business.
I thought you were representing buyers, but I don't think you are anymore. Are you representing buyers?
I don't represent buyers. I find buyers and sellers for your business.
You what?
I find buyers and watch sellers for your business.
So you find them, but you don't have them.
Yeah, so I don't have them. I find them for you and I put them at your doorstep. That's what I do. So that's why I'd like to.
You don't have any buyers or sellers, but your business is finding any buyers or sellers? How does that work?
Yes. And depending on the watches you have, I'll bring you certain buyers or certain sellers. So that's why I'd like to figure a bit more about your business.
Okay.
Yeah. So right now, how do you handle your customer inquiries?
Well, they ask me and I get it. Like people inquire about watches. If I have it, I have it. If I don't, I'll pass them over to a dealership partner of mine.
Yeah, but through which means do they communicate with you?
Phone call.
Phone call. No other ways?
Well, I need to speak with my clients, either phone call or face to face.
Okay. And so how do you make sure that these buyers buy from you? So, yeah.
Because I have the watches.
Yeah, but do all of these inquiries turn into sellers? Into buyers?
If I have the watch?
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Okay.
If they're happy with the price, yes.
Yeah, and on average, each month, how many inquiries do you get?
About 500.
500 inquiries.
Yeah.
Okay. And watches, how many do you sell?
Average 30.
30. Okay. Okay. Mm,
Is something funny?
I fucked up. Yeah. Okay.
What do you fuck up?
Mm, I don't know. Yeah,
You-
because I
are
was
you watching
aiming
Minecraft?
I was aiming to
Yeah.
yeah. Now I should have told you like why aren't those 500 inquiries turning into customers?
Because most of them are broke. Either that or we don't have the watch available and they're not being patient.
Okay, so that would mean that only like 10% of those inquiries turn into actual customers. Don't you think you're losing a little bit of time there with these
Well-
customers?
Well, yeah, but that's the business. If a 15-year-old makes an inquiry, I'm going to respond because I don't know if it's a 50-year-old.
Okay. And mm, okay, so there's no way of figuring out if these customers are going to buy from you. You're telling me that?
Before I speak to them.
Once they speak to you.
Well, yes, then I know.
Okay, so all out of these 500 inquiries you get, you only turn 30 into
Yes,
actual
because those are the
clients?
ones who either we have the watches, they have the budget, and they're patient. It's one of those three. And so, have you done this before?
Yes, I have.
So, what was the last watch you were able to help a client sell?
So it was a Vacheron Constantin from 1997,
And before that?
a GMT Master 2
And the GMT, how much did you sell it for?
for 30,000.
30,000. And who's the dealer?
Yeah. He's a guy in the UK because we've only been
What's his
working in
name?
the UK and the US.
I've worked in the UK. What's his
And
name?
oh yeah, well, you know, I don't, for the matter of this business, I don't usually disclose my clients. You know, it's a sensitive matter. We deal with high ticket
That's fine.
customers.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so how many of these customers are recurring and how many of these are new?
No, from the 30 I told you, that's all like new.
They're all new. So
Yes.
you
So
have
I
no
have
recurring
a
customers.
client base that are reoccurring, but I hold that separate.
Okay, and how do you make sure that these customers are going back to you and
Because when they want to watch, I
they'll
get them
go
a watch.
somewhere else?
When they want to watch, I
Yeah.
get them a watch, and I offer them tea when they arrive.
Also, you're telling me there's no way you control that they don't go somewhere else to buy the watch.
How do you control if your girlfriend stays with you?
Okay, then
No, I've
why
asked you a
don't you
general
do?
question. How are you going to control if your girlfriend stays with you? She's an independent human. Unless you lock her in a basement, you can't control it. I can be as good as I can to my customers. It's customer service, but if someone chooses to buy with someone else, I can't do much, can I?
Well, yes, you can.
What can I do? Please enlighten me on how you know my business better than I do.
So what we do is make sure that they are warmed up. We do email campaigns so they know
No. You are my clients are warmed up. They bought watches off me. You said, how do I keep them as clients? Sending them emails and whatever you said, they're already warm. They're hot. They've bought off me. There's like tens of thousands. So, in reaction to your question, how do you make sure no customer will ever leave me?
I cannot ensure that 100%.
So
But
how do you expect me to ensure it? You asked me, how do I ensure it? I then said I can't. And then you said why? Then I asked you why, if you can. And you said no. So we're in the same boat. So you're asking me stupid questions. You also don't have a
That's
solution
not-
for this, so I don't know why you're asking this question. Do you have a solution to keep 100% retention?
I
Do you know
cannot keep
anybody?
100%
Do you know a watch dealer who has 100% retention?
I cannot keep 100% retention, but I can
What can you do?
keep. Well, I can make sure they don't go anywhere else
How?
other than you, because we build customer loyalty.
And other brands don't?
No.
You're asking a question to something that is impossible to have. Yes, unless you signed a contract saying you can only buy watches from me. You can't do that. All right? And sending an email to people I've already closed deals with doesn't warm them up. You can say, keep me top of mind, perfectly fine. But then you ask, is there any way that you're keeping yourself top of mind above other people? What are you doing to ensure that you stand out more than other dealers? Valid questions. You can help with that. 100% customer retention, you cannot do that.
Yeah, keep them top of mind.
Yeah. Now, we're going to do a quick pause. So, Jason or Rubik's? I don't know why the fuck your name is still Rubik's. Fucking useless.
Say again?
Either Jason or Rubik's. I want you guys to have a go. One of you two.
Who the fuck is Rubik's Gaming? Fucking nerd.
And you know, honestly, as soon as I saw him, I said, "You look like someone whose title would be Rubik's Gaming."
Me?
No, Rubik's Gaming, the one that looks like he plays Rubik's cubes.
Myself, me. Sorry,
No,
I'm
you
not
fucking
following.
No, me,
Oh,
Jason.
Fucking
sorry, my
nerd.
bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was
Okay.
putting these headphones in. I wasn't following upon. All right, after I've actually heard everybody, I know this is going to be an absolute shit show, but we can go for it if you want.
Yes, it would make me very happy.
Okay, awesome. Yo, okay. All right. So you guys, can I ask a question just before we start?
Please.
You guys don't do any rapport building at all. You go straight into it.
This is rapport building. Asking them how the fuck their day is isn't rapport building. You are not in the business of being liked. You're in the business of getting results.
Okay, makes sense.
Yes, you get results by finding out their problems.
Yeah.
If you're unable to find out their problems, you're not doing very good.
Okay, makes sense.
Because
Okay.
if you are that is what rapport building is. If you are unable to pull the pain point, what are you selling? How do you know it needs to be sold?
Yeah, no, for sure. So you feel like the asking about how their days and all that is just a waste of time?
What the fuck are you getting for it?
Oh, well, it's just obviously something that I had. That's what they recommended. So obviously that's why I'm asking. So
Who's
okay. From agency.
okay, yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what they said we should do. So okay, cool. And you guys don't even have you don't really set a long opening frame either. You guys just have a very short, like, why did you jump on the call kind of deal?
Well, we're not on the call to make friends, we're on the call to make money.
Yeah, no, for sure. But in terms of, so for instance, okay, let me just start out and then you can
No,
just
do it your way and then let me rip it apart if it deems fit.
Okay, cool. All right. All right, cool. Okay, so I'm sure. Okay, so wait, sorry about that. All right, cool. So I'm excited to chat. Can we dive into it?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'm going to be reading this. I haven't.
That's fine. Read.
Cool. All right. So I'm sure you've done something like this before. I've done this enough times now to get a really good way of cutting through the fluff and making sure we both get really good value from this call. So this is a high performance service. It's going to come in and boost your company quite high. But what I want to do is get a great sense of, what I want to do is get a great sense of what's working in your business, what's not. How can we come in and help you, right? And then if it would be a good fit, then we will proceed forward. But I'll only place an, you guys don't do offers. Shit, because you guys are performance based.
No. It's case by there's no like Performance
So-
based is a type of offer.
Yes, yeah. So normally, like at the end of the opening frame, you said,
No,
I'll
no,
only.
you can make an offer. You can say the same thing and it being performance based. That's fine.
Okay, so if I say I'll sorry, I lost myself a little bit. I'll only place an offer if I genuinely feel that we can be a good fit. Sound fair?
Well, I would fucking hope so.
Okay, cool, awesome. Okay, so
Wait, hold on. What's the difference between what you're saying and what I'm saying, except for the fact yours has words, like a lot of words. Yours is a monologue, mine's a sentence, and we say the same shit. If you're a good fit for my business, I'll let you know about my business, and then if you want, we can get started. What's the difference?
So from my perspective, what I thought it would be is that you setting the frame so that the person is well aware of how everything is going to go, and then obviously from there.
But they're not retarded.
Say again.
They're not retarded.
Okay. Okay, well that makes sense. Okay,
You're saying we're setting the frame as though they're retards. Like what frame? I'm going to find out if you're good for the business. If you are, you get to find out if I'm good for your business. We get started.
Okay, cool. Okay, perfect. All right. Okay, cool.
Wait, let me explain to you. Your one, you're trying to sound fancy and executive. My one, I want money.
Just
That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
This is business.
Okay.
Yours is friendly.
Okay. Yeah, I've now that I've done like my first call, I can understand how you guys deal with these things. You guys are not it's not a smile and dial. It's not that's like all old school way of selling. I get the sense now. You got to be almost assertive, a little bit arrogant, and a little bit pushy. Does that make sense?
Basically everyone. I'm not here to be a fucking friend. I'm here to make fucking money. Yes.
1000%. Yeah.
Now, if you want to go make friends with people in business and not do any work, you go do that. I'm an efficient creature. Unless you were my wife or my dog, I couldn't give a fuck about you. But I need to work with you because I'm my wife and my dog.
Okay. All right. Okay, perfect. Okay. All right, cool. So what do you feel like right now is the biggest challenge that you face in your business?
Not enough clients.
Not enough clients. So how are you actually acquiring your clients? What's your client acquisition like?
Email.
Email? Yeah. You only acquire your clients through email? Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, just through email.
Just through email.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have any social branding, nothing on social media, just email.
No, we just got a massive email list.
Massive email list.
I meet people, I get their emails at networking events, and then I email them.
All right, cool.
Yeah. I don't like cold calling, it's very stressful. So I like emails. We have a nice email campaign.
All right, email campaigns.
Yeah.
I get you. And in terms of in the market, are you looking to work with buyers or sellers?
Both.
Buyers and sellers. Get you. Okay, cool. And have you ever worked with any sort of lead generation company? Have you worked with like Zillow or anything like that?
No, just email.
Okay, cool. All right, so never dipped in that. You're feeding that pool. I get you. Okay. And how do you feel about the quality of leads that you get from the emails?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean quality of leads? I just take people's emails and I put them on a campaign, and when they're interested, they respond.
How many responses do you get?
About,
let's say, per month.
5.
5 responses.
Yeah, I've got an email list of about 10,000.
And you get 5 responses per month. Okay.
Like positive that are looking to close.
Okay, cool. All right. And out of that many, how many are you actually closing?
4.
Say again?
4.
4.
Yeah. We're either prepping them, but they can be 3 months away, next month, 12 months. But it's all about that email build-up, relationship, offering value. There's videos of me on the emails.
Get you. All right. And you based in Miami, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. And let me ask you something. What's your medium price at right now in your area? Like, what's the average deal that you go for?
8 to 900 is my typical range.
Okay, cool. All right. And is your split quite lucrative? Do you have a split?
It's like 80-20.
80-20.
Yep.
Cool. All right. Awesome. Okay. So you're doing. Yo, I'm gonna mess this up so bad. So if your median price is sitting at 800 to 900,
Yeah.
and your
I'm
split
making
is
fuck money.
28.
Yes,
Say again.
I make fuck money.
You say, sorry, say again.
I'm netting about 60 a month on average.
60 a month.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So 60 a month in total sales.
Give or take.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. And how do you feel like moving forward in terms of investing in yourself today?
What do you mean?
How do you do you want, okay, so let me ask you with a question. Let me answer your question with a question. What is your goal in the next 6 months?
What do you mean?
How many deals would you like to do in the next 6 months?
I'm not really growing much. I'm just kind of making 60 every month.
And in an ideal world, how many would you like to close? Let's say in 6 months, just give or take.
If I did extra stuff?
Yeah, in an ideal world, you know, everything's working for you. What would be the ideal
Is it
figure?
everything working for me as it stands, or if I added more stuff?
Let's say we add a little bit more stuff.
It would
What
depend.
would be the ideal?
I don't know. It would depend on what we added. It would depend on the amount of the investment. So I don't know.
No, it sounds fair. Sounds fair. So let's say let's put money aside. Let's say if you already have everything in place and you had a certain number that you wanted to hit, what number would that be?
100.
So again,
100,000 a month.
100,000 a month. And what do you feel like right now is stopping you from getting 100,000 a month?
I'm not doing anything except email.
And would you want to do more than that?
Depends. Do I have to do more work?
Of course, we all have to do more work.
My emails are pretty automated. They got built out.
So it sounds like you have actually quite a lot of time on your hands. Like, what else do you do? Do you only do real estate?
I golf.
You play golf. How often do you go play golf?
Every 2 days.
Okay.
I like to take my clients out golfing.
Okay. And you feel like that provides you a good ROI?
Well, of course, it's real estate. Like, I need to be close to my clients so I can also get extra referrals.
I get you. But besides golfing, I mean, do you feel like you can put a little bit more extra time in your business to progress forward to become, I mean, obviously your goal is 100K, but if you got to go from 60 to 80, would that make you happy?
No, but that wasn't my goal. You just said if there was a nice number I could think of, I said 100,000. Like,
So you're saying you wouldn't want to make 100,000?
no, I would, but I have to have grandkids. I have my children. Like, I do appreciate the time that I spend with them.
Of course, no. Everyone wants to spend time with their family. And tell me something. How much time do you spend with your grandkids?
Every weekend.
Every weekend. And you guys go away, go on holidays and stuff?
Occasionally.
Sorry, say again?
Occasionally.
Occasionally. And wouldn't you want to take your grandkids on more holidays and stuff? You know, spoil them a bit more?
I spoil them adequately.
But would you want to spoil? I mean, they're your grandkids. Come on, I mean, I'm pretty sure you want to spoil them a little bit more than.
I would say I spend about 10,000 every time I go on holiday with them, and I have more than enough cash in the bank. If I wanted to spend more, I could. Getting more deals would not get me to spend more money. I make 60,000 a year. A month.
And you're happy with that number? You happy with 60,000 rand?
Yes, because that puts me at
60,000 rand?
720,000 a year. I'm happy.
Okay, and you don't want to move on from this point. You don't want to you don't want to improve in any aspect, not even 10%, 15%. No improvement. Stay exactly where you are.
It depends how much work I had to put in.
That makes sense. I mean, obviously, it's going to take a little bit of work. I mean, if you're doing exactly what you're doing now, you're going to be in the same position that you are.
Can I tell you where you're fucking up?
Okay.
You would be doing the legwork. You would be doing the qualifying. You would be doing the calling. So then you ask, if you had another team that was vetting people for you and you only met, let's say, golfing with new prospects, would that be an ideal situation for you?
Ah, shit, Joe. I didn't think. Okay, yeah.
Yes. And then you also have to pull on my pain. What is it about the cold calling? I gave you that. I don't like cold calling. Why don't I like cold calling? What aspects of it do I not think I could be? You see the difference between pulling pain and asking me about my fucking grandkids.
Yeah, sorry, I went off track there. I was trying to I was trying to go back into it.
No, but
Okay,
then that's what people learn, which is retarded. Why on earth, if you're trying to make money with me, are you asking me about my grandkids?
Yeah, no, I get you.
And I gave you the criteria. I make 60,000. In what country do you think I would struggle to fucking spoil my grandkids at 60,000 a month?
Yeah, I know. Okay, I feel stupid of me going forward of that. Okay,
See,
I agree.
you need to look at the situation because everything is case by case. So, for example, when I'm teaching, yes, you get retards who just verbatim write down what I say and use it all the time. But you have to understand it's contextual. When I'm handling each person and objections, etc., when I'm commenting on a video, it is based on that video, based on the context there, right? And I gave you more than enough context. That's why I push pain, right?
Yeah, okay.
Look at what stopped me. Why? What in the past could I have done differently? Oh, now if I had a team there doing it, would that be ideal? Yes, it'd be wonderful. I make 60,000. I don't give a fuck about investing in you. I've got grandkids.
Yeah,
money is not a thing to me.
Okay.
I'm going to die. Make sense?
Yeah. Okay. So going from that point forward, would it be relevant to kind of push back on the sense of, well, there's a reason of why we got on the call, and then from there push forward on terms of saying, look, I mean, I understand that you don't like cold calling, and understand that you like your leisure time. So if we had to put a system in place that basically runs on autopilot for you, and you have to show up and close your deals, would that spark your interest or something similar to that concept?
Yes, but you have to pull on the pain first on the fact that I can't do it alone because of my personal tendencies.
Okay, I understand now.
Right? So
yes,
my weakness is cold calling. Why is it my weakness? What part don't I like? So rather than saying you don't like cold calling, oh yeah, since you get very anxious cold calling and you don't like the rejection, the time wasting, and then you're pulling on my pain and then coming with a solution.
Okay.
Right? I don't like cold calling. You don't know why it's there.
Understand. Okay.
And the whole point is to dig and find the pain and why I am not good enough. And then you utilize that to a solution. Right? You also should have asked at what stage would I class it as too much work, and what stage would I be happy to close a deal?
Okay.
But the character I played, you're not going to get a lot of them.
You that don't want to actually work?
That are making 60,000.
Okay.
And go golfing every 2 days.
Okay. All right. Okay. Makes sense. Okay, understand. But I will, I mean, obviously there's a lot that I need to change. There's a lot that I can hear from everyone talking about. Are you left or right-sided in terms of your deal?
Okay.
In terms of when I was talking about,
do not trust the stupidity of what is said in the script. It is impressive. Never listen to anybody else and think that sounded good. Don't do that.
They're all fucking stupid and as useless as you are. Do not listen to them, because if they were good, they wouldn't fucking be here, would they?
Not true that. I don't know how long everyone's been in this group for, so obviously
They could be here for 6 months. It doesn't matter. They're still fucking stupid. That will never change.
Okay.
We just hope they're useful.
In terms of the questions when I asked for like the medium price range and all that kind of stuff, was that all right? Like, do I need to restructure those kind of questions? Is that
those
fine?
are fine. Yeah. The whole purpose of finding that one is to do maths, right?
Yes. Yeah.
How much does he make? How much can I make him? For example, I've hopped into call realtors and I've literally done the maths. And then and there, I was like, I'm not gonna lie. Even if I did the best that's ever been done, you might break even because you make too little per fucking deal. And he was like, yeah, I thought so. But sorry. Like,
Okay.
if I was at my peak, you make like 1,000 per fucking deal. Like, it just won't be worth the time and the effort that we put in, especially at a split and with your split. Right?
Yeah.
The maths is for maths to utilize later. The pain is for the pain. Right?
Okay.
The whole reason we do this style of rapport building is so that you can utilize you're building an arsenal of pain to utilize later when you're trying to close.
Okay.
And when you're doing objection handling, you throw it. Right? But to the same extent, yeah. This is the difference. What you're doing is trying to be someone's friend with that introduction. Yeah, we're going to be this. Yeah. Right? No one's going to believe it.
Okay.
Right? From my understanding, that was most likely a script used for an e-commerce. Am I correct?
No, not particularly. I actually took that. It was more actually longer than that. I took it from one of the coaches that was supposed to be like the sales coach. And I kind of, when we had the recording, I listened to it and I kind of just what they said, I put down and then just.
There's two styles. There's two styles to selling. Selling is getting someone to make a decision, right?
Yeah.
I prefer utilizing pain than the image of glory, because everyone can sell the fucking image of glory. Not only people are comfortable selling pain, and when you sell pain, people are like, I feel like shit. This guy should most likely have the solution.
Yeah.
How do I stop feeling like shit? Yeah.
I understand. Yeah.
Now, can I handle the Game Boy child? Mr. Rubik's Cube.
Yes. Oh, he sounds like a fucking nerd as well.
You are either going to be very good or absolute dog shit. Let's find out.
Okay. Give me a second.
He has to go wash his plate 3 times.
Ollie's away quickly.
Chris.
In terms of pushing the pain, it sounds like a lot of us like have tried or had the potential to find a pain spot and then was like really trying to hammer it home. If you think you've already identified it, is it worth basically getting them to say it, skip over it, and then move on? Because obviously you use that in the negotiation. Like how much do you need to, once you've identified it, are you really trying to punch it home into their face, or you know?
No, you just need to get them to accept that they could be doing better. The reason they're not is their fault.
Okay. Yeah.
And once they're okay, like, yeah, fair enough, like I'm not doing my best.
That's it, move on.
You know, but then you can start figuring out a solution, because now they've accepted they're in a position that it's their fault that they're not there. And then when you say, look, like you accepted that it's your fault, like, do you not want to change it? Do you not want to grow? Like, do you not want to do something?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
But like, I will accept that I take things I take things super extremely. I was speaking to a guy, it's wonderful, cool. I come up with the best analogies. He was talking about his mindset, and I was like, bro, like, your girlfriend's gonna fuck another guy. Like, just imagine that. Because you're not good enough, she's gonna suck another man's dick. Yeah. And he was there like, yeah, I see it. I was like, okay, good. But like, you have to be very careful with how you do it, because it can't come across as patronizing. It has to be, to an extent, motivational. Why don't you do it? It's as though you can do it, but you're not doing it. Do you not want to grow? I do want to grow. Cool. Solution. Show me you want to grow.
Yeah. Okay.
So the skinny version of Gru from Despicable Me. Yeah.
Hey, my nose isn't that long, okay? I do have a question. So for Jason's call with you, you said you were stressed when cold calling.
Mm-hmm.
So are you just trying to bring out any possible pain?
What do you mean?
Sorry, is Jason
No.
supposed to be targeting any pain?
Yes. He needs to. No, the whole goal is, like, if their kid died, you don't fucking bring out that pain.
Yes, of course.
You bring out the pain of when someone's laying in bed knowing that they could be doing better and they're just not enough. which is very fucking easy with the way everyone lives their lives nowadays.
Yeah. Okay.
It's super fucking easy because everyone underperforms. It's embarrassing. Yeah, I had one of my friends come join me today. He took a 1 hour fucking break. I'm like, for what? To go on Instagram. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in my 1 hour break, I finished the book. Yeah.
Wow.
And he was fucking around. Like, it's embarrassing. Yeah. So, Mr. Rubik's, please earn some respect in this group.
I'll try. Okay, so Ishmael, let's get the first things out of the way. I'm here to make money, and to do that, I will try to make you money, and I will succeed if you. I already messed up, didn't I? Yeah. I should I have just kept it shorter?
No,
I'm here to.
I will hope and pray and try to make you some
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
Not quite
I'm
sure.
here to make money. And the way I do that is I'm going to try and make you money.
Okay, so the way I'm going to do that is making you money. You give me a percentage. Or should I not even say that because that's kind of bringing up the deal before the end?
Yes. What you need to say is, I'm here to make money. Lots of it. I've literally said to prospects, I'm here to take your money. A lot of it. But the caveat is, I need to make you a lot of money and you need to pay me a lot of money. Do you have any issues with that? And then they say, no, I don't. I say, cool, let's get working. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So before that, I would like to get to know you a bit better, make sure you are a good fit for our company, and make sure that everything works out. So
What do you
may
mean
I
good
ask
fit?
you, well, you see, some clients can be terrible, you know. They
How?
might be, well, I don't know if they're a bit rude of a person, maybe they're not making enough money, then that would be a very big problem. Because if
No,
they're,
wouldn't that be your fault if they're not making money?
well, okay, sorry, I should have explained a bit more. So if the deals that they're closing are too little money, then maybe I won't get enough of a cut of it.
Wouldn't that depend on the prospects you provide?
Yes, it will, but it also depends on,
Why is the agent's fault?
well, it can be the agent's fault depending on it, how their process of selling. If they're not any
The
good at
process of
selling,
selling makes people buy cheaper homes.
sorry?
The process of selling makes people buy cheaper homes.
Well, it can.
How?
Well, if they're,
I've never met an agent who tries to downsell people a house.
well, maybe they're not selling the proper homes. Okay.
You want to go again?
Sure, but I'm not I'm not sure where to start out again. So
From the beginning.
from the beginning. Okay. Okay, so Ishmael, first things first, I'm here to make money, and to do that, I must make you money. Are you okay with that?
I'd be pissed if you didn't.
Yes, of course, because that's why I assume you're on the call, correct?
No, I'm here to be your friend.
Are you sure?
I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to make money.
Yes, you're here to make money as well. Okay.
So what do you offer?
Well, usually I start off with questions to qualify the client
I'm
to make
qualified.
sure.
I've closed 20 deals this year. It's been 7 months. I'm one of the top agents in my brokerage. I'm qualified. Can we get started?
Well, yes, but on top of qualifications, I would like to see if you're a good fit.
I close deals. I am a good fit. Did you not check out my website and how many listings I've closed? Did you not pre-qualify me, pre-screen me? Do you just hop into calls with anyone you speak like can? Are you good? Do you guys know what you're doing? Have you not checked my website? So I was a top performing agent for the past 3 years. Did you?
Yes, we did.
So
Okay,
why do you need to
honestly.
qualify me?
Sorry?
So why do you need to qualify me?
Okay, wait. So I think I still need a bit of a process. Understand the process of what we actually do before we get on this sales call.
What do you mean you need to understand the process of what you do?
So when we are cold calling these people to try to get them on the sales call, are we also getting their website information on the cold call, or?
No, I'm just an arrogant realtor.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So I could have said, well, I wasn't provided that information.
Wouldn't make you look good.
Okay. So I would have, they would be expecting me to do the research.
No, you can just have
Or-
responses. Yes, I know I checked out your website, but I have to go through the same process because we need to understand where you're at and where you will be after.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I say qualify, I almost mean make sure that we can actually do something to help you. Does that make
You
sense? or
can't
no?
work with everybody. Can you not help everybody? What's your success rate?
What do you mean by success rate?
Well, you said you need to see if you can help me. That means you can't help everybody. That means you know that you can't help everybody. That means you've burned people's money before. So then I ask you, what's your success rate?
Well, yes, but that's the point of the start of this call, so that we could see if making
Yes,
money.
I get that, but you've now told me that you've burned people's money. So what's your success rate?
Well, I don't know what my success rate would be because I haven't closed any clients.
I'm still a prospect, and you just told me you haven't closed any clients.
Well, yeah, if you're starting out, what would you say instead?
You're speaking to quote unquote one of the best agents, and you're about to tell me you don't have any clients, and you think I'm going to stay on this call. Where's my Jewish friend? My Jewish friend left. He's been telling people he's closed 235 realtors, and he closed 35 this year. I'll give you the context. He told the guy 35 realtors. The guy said, I have more people in my brokerage. He's like, sorry, 235. 35 was this year, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just supposed to say that instead? You're
No,
not
no,
supposed
no. There's multiple. Look, you can avoid it or you can blatantly lie.
Okay.
Right? Just say, typically, when agents aren't the best, they don't close the deals because they don't do the follow-up. I'm sure in your brokerage, you have agents who don't do the follow-up, correct?
Okay. Okay. May I ask you how you're getting your leads and also if they are qualifying and if they're closing?
I like to keep that information private.
Well, I think it would be best if you share it because it would give us a better understanding of if working with you would make sense.
You told me at the beginning of this call you care about money, right?
Yes.
I'm a top-performing agent. It's looking like you don't care about money.
How? How so?
Why? I'm a top-performing agent. I will close deals if you send me good leads. What else is there?
Oh, okay. Okay, you're correct. Sorry, I forgot about that then. I don't know. What should I do in that situation?
You just lost all power on this call by saying, yes, you're correct. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Kenneth, give him some advice.
You would say something like, "Oh yeah, I understand," but then you would just ask a bunch of questions.
Which
Is that
question?
right? No, don't take my advice. I'm just asking Ishmael.
Which questions?
We still have other. I mean, obviously, if we have somebody who wants to make or close 10,000 deals, we can't just do that. We have to see if we're, if something you need help with is, if something you need help with is something that we could help you.
Yes, but Kenneth, I need more deals. That's all I need help with. More buyers and sellers. Can you do that?
Yeah, so we could bring out more buyers and sellers. But if you're asking for 10,000 buyers and sellers, we can't do that. We got to see if something you want is something that we could achieve realistically.
Good answer. Good answer.
Ooh. Thank you.
Very good. Well, Kenneth, first time you've done something good. Well done.
Oh, thank you.
Igor, you had a question? Fuck me. How long is this call
not
going?
anymore.
It's a fucking long call, isn't it? We've got shit to do. We're having too much fucking fun.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this thoroughly. Yeah. So now let's finish it off with this. Everyone gets one question that they can ask me on an objection that they don't know how to answer or would struggle with. So think of the hardest questions you're expecting to get people to give you. I will answer it comfortably. Nemo, There's only one person here, young enough and who looks like Nemo. Igor, that's you.
Who's Nemo?
Nemo.
Oh, Nemo. Oh, okay. So, how should I approach like marketing executives of already established hotels? Like, for example, a hotel already has everything, but it's just looking to expand online and they're looking for a solution. Should I still try to find and force more pain points?
Igor.
Yeah.
How the fuck can they have everything and be looking for a solution at the same time?
No, they don't have everything, but like they are already well established and they're looking for something. So should I still try to find more pain points and push them?
Why are they not in a position to do it themselves? Such an establishment like themselves, you'd assume you have it all in-house. What's going wrong? What isn't working? Why can't they manage it all in-house? Find out those pain points. Thing is, okay, note, it is much harder to pull pain points from a marketing executive because they don't give a fuck. 5 p.m. they clock out. Yeah. So use more logic with them. Don't try and pull pain points. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
One by one, they go away. Auf Wiedersehen. Next question. Kenneth.
So this is also, so we went over this on sales call, but this is also in cold calls too. It's like so many people. It's like, I think today it happened like at least 10 times. It's like, oh, like upfront fees. And then I say, oh, well, there is, but it's like, there's guaranteed just attached to it. So there's minimal risk for you. And we could give you a refund if we don't deliver a result. And they're like, no. And then they just hang up.
Have you heard of the backdated model? No, I haven't. Well, hop into the call. I'll show you. We don't do random setup fees like these other people. We're a tangible company. We're a tangible company. I'll show you. It'll take 15 minutes.
Yeah. So I say something along the line of, it's back-ended appointment model. And they're like, no, I'm not familiar. It's very, very complicated to explain on a phone call. I'll be happy to go over a Zoom call. And they're like, nope, I don't want to give you 15 minutes. They just
go hang up and carry on.
Okay. And then on the sales calls, could you go over it again? So it's like, so out of like, we just started and it's like, hey, like before we start, I don't want to waste your time. I'm not willing to pay any upfront fees. So just let me know if there's an upfront fee. It's a yes or no questions. Question.
Why are you unwilling? Have you been burnt before?
Yes.
Oh, what happened?
Multiple times. They were sending me crappy leads. They didn't even deliver a result. They said there were guarantees, like you said, but
I found the solution. Your worry isn't about the money. It's about the quality of the leads. So I will make you a custom offer based on what I send you. Make sense? So only when the quality is there will you pay me. Make sense?
Okay. But I still don't want to pay you upfront and ad spend.
No. The key thing there is I know what your problem is. It's not that you're broke, you've been burnt before. So I can structure this in a way where you're going to give me some time to figure it out and show you how good I am. Right? And then, for example, on the presentation, you can say, the ones that you received, did you get call recordings? They're going to say no. Oh, did you get live transfer calls? No. Why did you work with them? Make sense?
Yeah.
What made you think it was going to work? Why would you just trust someone who doesn't? Yeah.
Okay.
Before the pricing, you get them to agree that this works.
Okay.
Right. So you say something along the line of before I get to pricing. Yeah. No, before I get to our payment model, if you're happy with the payment model, are you happy to get started? Do you trust our process? They say yes. And then you objection handle like a cunt.
Okay, but wouldn't that be kind of adjusting my price model off them? So it wouldn't be like I would be adjusting my whole system for them.
Yes, but you have to adjust it smartly, right? So you'll tell them, look, I want a $1 deposit. The first live transfer I send you, I'm going to charge you. Is that fair enough? And you can listen to the whole recording. Because the night before.
You said $1?
Yes. Because then you have that card on file.
Oh, okay. But then wouldn't I be working for them for free until? Well, I would have to run ads, which also cost ad spend. Plus,
tell them to cover the ads and make it seem like it's butt fuck nothing. It's only 1,000.
Okay. Yeah, Kian told me. He told me anyway. So it would be like, 1,000 a month. That's only 1,200 a year, and then you could just break even with the one closed deal. I could
Yes.
just say something along
No,
the
no, no. But then you said, Kenny, look at our process. If we did this for 1 whole year, you really think you're not going to close 1 deal? Yeah, I'll close the deal. So why do you care about the ad spend? And do you think I'm
Okay.
going to allow you to only pay me for 1 deal? Kenny, you're going to pay me a lot of money, but I'll break it up for you in the beginning to build your trust.
Okay.
Make sense?
All right. Cool. Thank you.
Oh, he left without me fucking kicking him out. Terrible. Next, Leila.
So, what if somebody asks, "Aren't you too young for this?" I already have.
You're going to have problems with how qualified you are. But I'll answer. Ask me the question. Answer to what, sir? So you said too young. Am I too young?
No. What if
Yeah, no, I'm pretending to be you.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, aren't you too young for that? You're like a 20-year-old and you're trying to teach me some stuff about life and how.
Well, since age of 13, I've been doing this a lot, going to different retreats, getting a deeper understanding from a holistic point of view on holistic remedies, meditations, etc., 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 etc. Okay. And honestly, I just do it because I really like to help people. I've been able to help over 200 people now, and it's just my passion. It's something that I've been gifted with by the universe, and I love it. Why? Do you not think I'd be able to?
Retreats and meditation sounds like you're a child still.
Well, considering that everyone that I'd go on the retreats to, for example, in Bali and then in South America, were the age of 30 to 45, and I was the only 13 to 15-year-old, then depending on when I was traveling, I wouldn't say it's very childish. And considering it's helped over 200 people that I've helped, like, if I could just ask back to you, removing my age, do you not think I'd be able to help you in your position? And given the circumstances of the position, do you not feel like you'd want help?
I do want help, but I'm not sure if somebody like you can help me. It's too young. It's like I cannot
But then, if I can suppose, other than my age, what else is there? Is it the way that I speak, my experience, my methodology? What else is it? Or is it just my age?
I think the correlation between the age and experience, you that right now you don't have a husband, but I went through so much, and I feel like you won't understand me.
Well, let's find out. I've worked with grandmothers, mothers, aunties, divorcees, widows, and end of the day, if it's not a good fit for you, I understand, because my goal is just to help people. I'm not going to try and force you to do anything that you don't want. But I've listened to your story, and I do feel like I can help you, and I want to. But if you don't want to change your circumstances, I completely understand.
Okay.
Do not be scared to objection handle. Do not. Yeah. Worst case, they're going to tell you to fuck off. So you might as well try.
Thank you.
No worries. Moritz, my borderline second Jewish friend.
Hello, good evening. So one problem I had today, and I kind of maybe I wasn't qualifying here enough, but my pay and performance pay per appointment is $250 basically, or yeah, I don't know if that is a good price, but that's just what I plan on charging.
How much?
$250 per qualified appointment.
What is classed as qualified?
Yeah, they basically have the right to buy, and they are willing to invest in themselves. So we would call them up, and if they don't qualify, we wouldn't let them through to meeting here.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine, because you can easily get 4.
And I think her offer was like 1.5K, and she said like her margins aren't thick enough to cover this, even though she had like an 80% closing rate.
Let's tell her if she's got an 80% closing rate, bitch needs to increase her prices.
Yeah. I also said she should be charging high for what she offers, but
No,
she
but like if you have an 80% closing rate, you're undervaluing your service, or you're very good at sales. Either way, increase your pricing, and I will get people through your door, paying you higher and more value for your time. Do you not value your time? Do you not want to grow?
Okay, makes sense. So just like saying that she should charge high because she's closing so good, and
No, tell her she's being fucking lazy and trying to go the easy route out by being cheaper than everyone else in the fucking market. Tell her that your current clients charge 3 to 5 times that fucking value, and she needs to grow a pair of balls and charge actual amounts, or she's
Okay.
never gonna grow.
Makes
Don't
sense.
don't say the last bit, but push that point.
Okay.
Like find out why she's charging so little. And congratulations on the climb. Phew. Cool. I have a meeting in 3 minutes. Logan.
How would you deal with like someone? So say you get them off the first call, you get them the sales call, and the whole time they're just like, I don't want to be sold right now. I just want to I don't want this to be a sales call. They really want to think about it, and they're really upfront with I don't want to be sold during this meeting. How would you?
Tell them I'm not looking to sell. I'm looking to fix. Like, please reframe what you're saying to I don't want to fix my problems.
All right.
Because that's what it's sounding like. Like, are you happy where you are? How long have you been like this? Are you happy not growing?
Yeah.
Like, and then what do you need to think about? You're a competent adult. Like, what do you need to think about? Or you're just too scared to say no?
Sounds good. And then do you just want me to sit in the other meeting until you're done with this?
I've done this. I think that sometimes when I work, I just lose fucking time. I'm just like working. And this call has been 2.5 hours and it should have been fucking 1 hour. So now I've got a meeting for 1 hour in 2 minutes. So we can do it after that if you want.
Around what time-ish then? Like
literally in 1 hour.
All right, that's fine.
Cool.
Thank
you. Craig.
Obviously, you said if you got an aggressive person, basically give some aggression back. I'm fine. I'm happy with that one. With Kian, obviously, Kian was going to the nth degree on I'm going to give you nothing and just be like completely like how cause he's not being aggressive, but how do you just be like, look, if you're not going to give me anything, what's the point of being here?
No, just be like, can you give me more details? Get more details. And don't stop until you get more details. Sorry.
Okay.
My AirPods died.
It's fine. I have a charger also if you want.
Oh, I have one. Also.
It's fine. I can't hear anything.
Okay. Some of these guys are very rude, so I apologize if you heard anything. Sorry.
Okay, so just keep hounding.
Yes.
That one. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Thank you. But look, do not stop, but keep trying to find different angles to get in by.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Then my two newbies.
I don't actually have a question. I do have an objection handling sheet, so I haven't come across a question.
I was just here to listen to everyone else. See you guys.
Fuck off.
Wait, call my mobile, yeah?
Yeah.